I'm going to start talking.
Testing 1, 2, 3. 1 minute left to go in the game before ours here on court 1, I believe. Court 1. The team.
A little quiet. Check the volume.
It's all the way up. The volume's all the way up.
So the team right there in blue is Vase. We're going to play them, I think, tonight. So they are, I believe, losing this one to Indiana Elite. And the clock continues to run 50 to 32. So our girls, which are behind, you can see them in the corner over there to push back. They're ready to jump on.
$18 to go. Okay, perfect. Thank God. All right, all the cobwebs are out.
Can I stay here?
Yeah, you can sit down. Eric, you're blocking my view.
We're live back at it for game 2. 3N Sports versus 5 Star. Our girls are right there in black tops, black bottoms. We've worn that in every game so far. And 3N will be playing 5 Star over there in the Seattle Seahawk green and blue.
That's okay. I don't mind.
All right, if you missed game 1, 3N, this is game 2. So 3N plays 3 games today. Game 1 earlier at 3:35 tip. Beat Royalty Hoops 63 to 31. They play again. They're game 3. I do. Their third game will be tonight at 7:55. The team that just lost the game that just ended, Bay's Crossover. We play them at 7:55. But before that, it'll be this tip-off at 5:45. So we have a few minutes against 5-star. Five-star from Elkhart, Indiana, comes in with a 2-0 record already. They played this is 5-star's third game today. They played at 125 and beat Royalty Hoops, the team we just beat, by 30. They beat them by 20, 55-32. And then at 3:35, when we played our first game, they played their second game and beat Indiana Rise. They beat them 51-35. So this will be 5-star's final game, third game of the day. And they're coming into this game hot, 2-0. So this should be a good one. Yeah, so we got to plug in the car. So it didn't lose. So looks like the tip-off will be in about 5 minutes. We got a peek at our girls. Last minute instructions by Coach Pat. And the opponent. Some last minute instructions from their coach. With the 4 minutes remaining until the tip, they're going to start right on time. The girls are going to get some extra work in here. Let's take a look. Go, Sarah. Go, Sarah. Go, Sarah. Go, Sarah. Damn it. So a little bit of Division I lacrosse there. Longwood and Presbyterian, a Big South battle. Two teams trying to stay in contention for the conference championship playoff tournament, which after today will just be 3 games left. So we're in a tight one down in Clinton, South Carolina. Longwood nursing a 2-point goal lead with about 7.5 left to go until halftime. Standout Sarah Foreman, no relation to Zoe Foreman. Okay, well, maybe a little bit. Picks up a big assist earlier in the game. So a big shout out to the girls in blue, silver, and white from Farmville, Virginia, trying to secure a road victory down at Presbyterian College. Go Wood. And another score by the Lancers. To push the lead to 3. 6-3 in the second. Go Wood. About 10 seconds left before the clock goes down on this one for the warm-ups, and then we will be ready for our second matchup of the game of the day. They played 2 16-minute halves. Our girls will be in black again, black tops, black bottoms, blue numbers, white trim. The opponent, 5-star, will be in Seattle Seahawks, green and blue. Taking the tip will be Zoe. Joining her will be Dylan, Charlie, Audrey, and Shelby. Ready to come in is Kate. She sits over there with the coaches, ready to take the tip. Once we get our refs out here, will be number 9 for 3N and 00 for 5-star. So here comes the refs. And we're about ready to get underway here. The 2-0 5-star team looking to go 3-0 on the day, and the 1-0 3N looking to go 2-0 on the day. Trying to pick a ball. And they found one. So we're ready to go. Tipping it out. They're going to redo it. It went out of bounds, so give me the assist for retrieving that one. That one gets batted into the hands of the opponent. Here they come. Quickly now. Dylan defends that on the outside. Dylan defends it again. They go inside, and it's blocked by Zoe with another block. She had 3 in the first game and gets another one with 5 seconds into the game. Now Charlie comes in outside to Audrey. Audrey to the corner. That's Shelby for 3. That's up and off. Rebound. Shelby tried to chase down that loose ball and goes back to the other team. Looks like a travel, no call. Now, 5-star on the outside, guarded by Audrey. From the outside, guarded by Shelby. Inside now. Back to the outside. Back to the inside. Back to the outside. They're going to shoot a 3 to get the first points of the game, and no, they don't. Rebound, Dylan. Dylan rips it and gets it over to Audrey. Audrey has it now over to Shelby. Shelby inside to Dylan. Dylan gets it. Goes up, tries to get a shot, but she's caught underneath, and they're going to say a dump. It should be our ball, and it is. So Shelby to inbound. 15:03 on the clock. We just started game 2 of the day, and here we go. Shelby gets it outside to Charlie. Back to the top to Audrey. Audrey Thought about a three. She goes to the free throw line, shoots it up, and off. Ball bounced like it wanted to go in, but it didn't fall. So no score. 14:50 on the clock. Here comes Five Star. Five Star on the outside. Almost stolen there by Shelby in her long reach, but it stays with the opponent. They try to get it inside, but it's tipped there by Dylan into the hands of the point guard, Audrey. Audrey gets it quickly now to Shelby. Shelby loses the handle. It's going to be a turnover. Five Star ball. No score here. Kicked there by Audrey. Oh, she took a step, but they didn't call it. Now inside for the first basket. No. Missed it. It's going to be into the hands of Zoe. She gets it to Dylan, who gets it to Audrey now. Audrey breaks out, looking for the first basket here. Audrey pulls it back out, gets it inside to Dylan. Dylan takes a bounce to the right, tries to throw it up, kicks it out instead to Charlie. Now to the top, Audrey. Back to Charlie, that's for three. That's up, and it's going to tiptoe at the top of the backboard. Five Star ball. You all right? What happened? The chair broke? All right, we got you. Are you okay, Eric? Quickly now, Audrey gets the inbound pass for the first bucket of the game. A nice easy layup for a 2-0 lead here. 13-17 on the clock. Hey, there we go. Here we go now. So Dylan got a lot of ball there, but they're going to say she got her instead. So 2 free throws for number 00. Hey, Jay. Try to tie things up. 13:06 on the clock. Misses them both, but the rebound stays with Five Star. Zoe guards on the outside, now Audrey on the outside, trying to keep them from tying it up. Charlie now guards on the outside, the ref's in the way. That's a three. That's off. Stays. Oh, Zoe tried to let it go out of bounds, but the girl grabbed it just before it went out of bounds and stays with the opponent. That's a three, guarded by Shelby. Rebound, Five Star. She puts it up and ties it up. Now, Audrey gets it over to Charlie. Charlie, back to Audrey. Audrey, nope, gets it to Shelby for the 20-footer. That's off. Rebound, Five Star. They gave that one to Zoe. She must have got her with her body because that also looked clean. I'm biased, but I mean, I try to keep it objective. We missed that one again, so the Five Stars having trouble at the line. They're 0 for 3. But I probably just jinxed it for us, so she'll probably get that one, and she does. Quickly up now. Zoe with the inbounds and the left-handed layup quickly from Kate. We saw Zoe sprinting down for Zoe's first bucket. to push the lead back to 1 for 3N. 4-3. We're under 12. They play 2 16-minute halves. Shelby came up to defend that well. They kicked it back out. Now 5-star looking to get things moving on offense. The floater off. Rebound Zoe. Zoe gets it to Audrey. Quickly now, Charlie's going to step into a 3. That's in. Big bucket for Charlie Knowles. Pushes the lead 7-3. Here comes 5-star trying to get it across. They do. Now a quick 3 is off. Rebound to the girl who just shot it. Another 3. That's off. Rebound Charlie. Charlie Knowles runs the court. Goes up. Gets it stolen, but she stepped out of bounds, so it's going to stay with 3N. 10:57 on the clock. Checking in for Zoe's Dylan. 11-3 to score. And Shelby will inbound. They have the line play called, so keep an eye on the caboose, which is number 12, Dylan. See how they execute this. Here they go. Here comes the inbound. It goes outside to Audrey instead. Audrey back inside to Dylan, who finds Shelby, who goes right back into Dylan. Dylan now back to Audrey. There's Charlie for another 3 in front of the camera. That's off. Rebound, 5-star. The smallest one out there grabbed that rebound in front of tall trees. Now tipped by Shelby into the hands of Dylan. Now Dylan hands it off to Audrey. Here comes Charlie. She thought about another 3. Audrey instead penetrates up with the floater off. Rebound Dylan. Dylan loses the handle. Here comes 5-star. Defense picking up a little bit here for 3N. Charlie Knowles guards outside. She lets her go around her. Blocked by Shelby. 10 minutes on the clock. Shelby gets it over to Audrey. He finds Charlie. He finds Dylan inside. Dylan throws it up and in. Nice work inside for number 12 to push the lead to 6. 9 threes to score. 9:45 left in the first half. 3 up. Here comes 5-star. 5-star takes it outside. Guarded by Shelby. Just had a tip on the previous possession. Defense swarming for the girls in black. Now to the free throw line. Kick it back out. That's a 3. That's up and off. Rebound. Charlie Knowles. Charlie quickly now to Kate. Runs under the ball. Loses it. Picks it up. And gives it back to Audrey at the top. Audrey. Top of the key. Hands it off to Shelby. Goes right. Shelby. Throwing it to Charlie, but it was tipped out by number 3. For the Seattle Seahawks. Checking back into the game will be Zoe for Audrey. Shelby inbound right in front of the opponent bench. We're at 9:07 on the clock. Charlie Knowles now running point. She calls Kate over and she gives it to Kate. To the free throw line, Zoe. Zoe back outside to Charlie. Shoots a 3 that's up and off. Off. Rebound right to Shelby. Now Zoe picks it up, throws it up, and in. Nice look from Shelby, who saw Zoe unguarded inside the paint, and Zoe finished to push the lead to 8. 11 threes to score. 8:42 on the clock. Kate guards out front with her help from her teammate Charlie. They're going to call a timeout. 5-star at 8:37. It's 11-3.
That's
So hey, you know what? She's seen other people do that. So this might not be it's happening. Oh, you saw it? Yeah. So he's here to set a record. All right, back at it after the timeout. 5-star inbounds in their backcourt. Charlie Knowles guards it. They hand it off. Charlie Knowles guards that on the slide. Switch. Charlie stays with her. Helped by Kate. Now Zoe guards on the outside. She's going to try to take her, and Zoe blocks off the baseline. Now Kate guards on the outside. 8:18 on the clock. 11-3 is the score. 3 and up by 8. And the defense is stingy right now. The girls in black trying to get a turnover and a stop here. They are making it difficult for the Seattle Seahawks green 5-star team who comes into this game 2-0, trying to go 3-0 on the day. And 3N has something to say about that. That's a 3-point. That's up and that's off. But they get the rebound, and Zoe gets a foul. She got her arm on that one. That's Zoe's second foul at the 7:50 mark. For those of you interested in that Big South lacrosse matchup at halftime, Longwood leads Presbyterian 6-4. Battle of teams that are trying to keep in pace for a postseason bid in their conference tournament. So we'll keep an eye on that one. She gets them both. 11-5 is the score. Here comes Dylan to give it to Charlie running point. Quickly up to Zoe, who's guarded, but quickly out to Shelby. She shoots a 3. That's off. Rebound, 5-star. Keep shooting, Shelby. The trap is employed, but they break it. 0 gets inside and makes a nice move. The score for 5-star. Now, Kate looks inside, but gets it to the top to Zoe instead. Zoe shoots a 3. That's in. Big 3-pointer for the big number 9. At 7:15, we had a football score. 14-7 it is, and ready to check back in for the girls in black is the point guard Audrey, number 2. But before that, we have Kate guarding out on the outside. And she helps out Zoe, who goes, lets the girl go, and on the floater, that's off. She gets her own rebound, kicks it out for a 3, that's up, that's in. 0-0 keeps getting extra chances for her team. She's got a lot of rebounds already, so we got to do a better job on the boards. Here comes Shelby, who moves the handle. She got bumped, and the coach for 5-star is not a fan of that call. Charlie takes a seat. Audrey comes in for her. 14-10 is the score. From the inbounds under the basket, Shelby looks to get it in, and she finds Zoe on the outside. Zoe looks to get it inside. She gets it to Audrey. Turns around quickly to shoot a 3. That's off. Rebound, 5-star. Good shooting. Use your legs. From the outside, 6:25 on the clock. And stolen there by Zoe. Picks it up and gets it over to Audrey. Audrey now goes in, looks to go and score. She's short on her layup attempt. Rebound, 5-star. Kate tries to fight for it. Now she has Audrey and Shelby here. They get it across, guarded by Zoe. And the trap is set. She goes around Zoe again. Lost it all the way to the corner. They're moving it good. For another 3, that's off though. Rebound goes to Audrey. Audrey now with a girl on her shoulder. Gets it to Kate. Kate from the free throw line. Kicks it. She's going to get fouled in her left attempt. Kate goes left. That's usually success for the girls in black. And this time she gets fouled. So Kate will shoot 2 here at 5:48. 14-10 the score. Gets the first one. Saves them both. Good job, Katie. All right, here comes the opponent now. They're down 6 with 5:45 left in the first half. Guards out front. Now Audrey, all the way across. They're going to move it and they're going to shoot that, but they don't shoot it there. Instead, they're going to shoot a three from right in front of the camera. That's off. Rebound, 5-star, stolen by Zoe. Zoe just ripped it right out of her hands. Gets it quickly to Audrey, who finds a streaking Kate, but out of nowhere, number 3 for 5-star just jumps in and bats the pass away. So it's going to stay with 3 and another basket. Shelby will inbound. 5:25 on the clock. Quick substitution for 5-star. They actually have 2 rows on their bench. We have 1. And it looks like getting some attention over there by a trainer is Charlie Knowles. So I don't know what happened to Charlie. We'll take another look at it. Zoe on the inside. She goes left, spins, kicks it back to Shelby. Going to step into a 3 and miss. Rebound. Tight up there. It's going to be a jump. Nope, no jump ball. They're going to say Dylan got the foul. So no jump. Dylan, is that Dylan's first or second foul? Second foul for Dylan. Just a few ticks above 5. Take a look if you can see across. Charlie is getting some work on something, her leg or something. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Now she's in the corner, but she gets it out to her teammate, number 3, who just batted that ball around. She comes all the way around. They're going to say there's a whistle blown. Let's see what they call. They say Dylan must have bumped her with her body, so Dylan picks up her 3rd foul. It's hard to see with a lot of traffic. So 5-star will inbound, so just a 4:53 on the clock. 5-star's down 6. They get it in. It's on the outside now. They look to get it in. Looks like their score is 0-0. They are trying to get it into her. But Shelby makes it very difficult. From the top, Audrey defends. They come inside. Blocked by Zoe. That's another block. She blocked their big. Zoe's making it difficult for them to even score from the paint. 4:37 on the clock. 16-10 is the score. 5-star to get it in. They get it inside. It gets tied up there. Zoe battles with it. She throws it up and gets fouled. We're going to say, who got the foul? Dylan. That is Dylan's 4th foul. She is going to have to come out, but on the bench getting trainer activity is Charlie, so she really can't come out because Charlie's not able to come in. And Pat just went over to talk to her to see if she's able to come in, and she is. Sub. So after getting her knee quickly taped up, Charlie comes in for Dylan with 4 fouls. We're going to need Dylan. Hey, you get 5 fouls or 6 fouls? 3 fouls. So they get, do they get 6 fouls or 5? The ref says it's probably 6. We'll keep an eye on that. They said a foul here. It's a bonus. Who did they call? Shelby?
Wolf on the box.
For who? Shelby? So she gets the front end of the 1-on-1. Got them both. Big free throws. 4, 5-star now. Quickly up the floor. Zoe kicks it out to Kate for 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound. Nice box out by 0-0 to pick up another board to get her team still in this. Only down 4 here with 4:20 left in the first half. Stolen there. The big paw by Shelby Dameron. Gets the ball back for 3 end. Now Kate has it, gets it inside to Zoe. Zoe's up with an elbow. Zoe goes right, hands it off, and it's stolen there. Zoe tried to get it back to Kate, but read perfectly by number 10. Who gets stopped there by Audrey. They move it around. Gets it inside. Zoe defends. Zoe knocks the ball out of her hand, and now Audrey has it. Good defense there. Now kicked out. Here goes Charlie Knowles to throw it up. She gets no foul. She's going to have to peel herself off the floor after getting her knee taped up. So Charlie's going to be a mash unit out there. What a beautiful basket nonetheless to push the lead back to 6. 18-12 is the score. Here comes 5-star. Tipped there by Audrey. Going to stay with 5-star. Right down in front of the parents. 3:23 on the clock. Timeout called. I didn't see who called it. We think it's 6 fouls, Eric. Five fouls. They only get 5 fouls. That's not good. We'll take 6. Back at it after the timeout. 3:16 on the clock. So they get 5 fouls. So we're going to watch that. Dylan has 4. Three minutes on the clock. First half. Kate guards on the outside. Now, we're all the way around the hall. Inside now, guarded by Zoe. That's off. Defended well. Now, picked up by Audrey. Turns around, gets it to Charlie. Charlie has it. Slows it down, gets it back to Audrey. Audrey back to Charlie. Charlie stepped into a 3. That's in. Big buckets for number 11. Big 3 at a very important time with 2.5 to go. 21-12 the score. All the way across. Guarded out there by Kate. Now in the corner, Charlie. And she throws it off of Kate's leg. So, it. Out of the key.
Go, Black. Middle, Osmond.
Volume.
All right, back for the second half, 16 on the clock. 22-15 is the score. 5-star to inbound to start things off in the second. Inside now. It goes off her fingertips. Turnover. It'll go to 3N. He's up by 7. Roger brings it across. Kate looks to get rid of it. Now Zoe from 14's it off. Rebound. 5-star. That's a deep 3, and that's off. Rebound, 5-star again. That's a jump ball. Zoe gets a paw, and it's going to be 3N ball. Good job, Zozo. 15-21 on the clock. Here comes Audrey now. Audrey outside to Audrey. Audrey throws it up, misses, tipped out. But it's in the hands of the opponent. Racing down. And making the nice run and layup is number 10 for 5-star. We're just under 15 here. Zoe from the corner. Dribbles out of it. Hands it off to Charlie. Back to Zoe. Zoe gets tied up. Keeps it. Now, Audrey from 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound. 5-star. 5-star now. Only down 5 here. That's Shelby off her feet. She missed it. I'm going to say it went off of Charlie there. They get it in quickly, and that is a nicely executed inbounds pass. The lead is only 3. So 5-star has come back in the second half, firing on all cylinders. 3N's going to have to pick it back up again. Charlie on the outside, now inside to Shelby. Shelby back to Charlie. That's a 3. That's off. Rebound. 5-star. Banging the boards here. Been the difference so far. That's a 3-pointer for the purple shoes. It's off. Rebound. Charlie kicked it over to Zoe. Nice tip for Charlie to give it into the hands of Zoe. Now Audrey has it and brings it up. Charlie pulls it out, all the way out. 13:25 on the clock. 3N up by 3. Here comes Zoe to the top to set a screen. You can't see it. Now quickly Zoe from the free throw line. That's just off. Tipped by Kate, but the opponent grabs it. 13:13 on the clock. 5-star for 3. That ties it up. If it's in, it doesn't. Zoe with the rebound. She gets tied up, but keeps possession now. Hands it off to Audrey. Audrey now gets it over to Shelby. Inside to Kate. Kate throws it up and gets fouled. She'll get the shoot too. Got 1 of 2, but a big free throw. Rebound by Zoe. She throws it up and misses. So Kate gets 1 of 2. The lead is 4. 12:45 on the clock. Shelby guards outside. They get it across. All the way over for a deep 3 is off. Rebound, Audrey. Audrey now in the corner. Trying to get it up. She does. She finds Charlie. Charlie gets it inside to Zoe, who finishes easy. Oh, she missed it. Zoe, it's okay. Just keep going. Those things happen. Now Charlie gets the steal from the pickpocket push by Audrey. Back inside to Zoe. Zoe finds Audrey outside. Shelby finds Kate in the corner for 3. That's in. They say 2. They call that a 2. So her toe must have been on the line. 25-19 is the score. Here comes 5-star from the corner. Defended there by Brienne. Blocked from behind by Zoe, but it stays on the ground, picked up by Kate. She loses the handle. 5-star has it at the top. From the corner, that's a 3. That's off. Rebound, 5-star. She throws it up and misses. Rebound, Audrey. Audrey has it now. Gets out of the traffic and gets it over to Shelby. Shelby to the top, Charlie. Charlie back to Shelby. She shoots up a 3. That's off. Rebound, 5-star. 11:15 on the clock. Here they come. Getting back and getting all the way back is Charlie. But they say Charlie got her on the arm and she'll get to shoot 2 here. Here we go now. Quickly, Dylan runs the floor well. No foul on that, so I'm letting them play here. 5-star brings it tipped there by Charlie in the hands of Dylan, who gets it right back to Charlie, so Charlie can get her layup, and it works. 27-20 is the score. Quick timeout. I think Pat called that at the 10:53 mark. So 27-20. We got a game, folks. Back from the timeout. Brienne up by 7. 10:40 on the clock. 5-star now. Moving around the perimeter. Try to get it inside. They do. Kick back outside. That's a 3. Defended by Shelby, but it goes in. Big 3-pointer there. Move the lead to only 4 for 3-1. We're under 10.5 now. Audrey comes inside, kicks it to Shelby. Shelby gets it outside to Zoe. Zoe hands it off to Charlie. Charlie back to Shelby. Back to Charlie at the top. 10:15 on the clock. Now Audrey. Thought about a 3. Here comes Shelby on the top. Gets it over to Dylan. Dylan gets it inside to Zoe. He throws it up and misses. Gotta hit those. 10 minutes on the clock. Left in this one. Brienne up by 4. Here comes 5-star. Little floater. That's in. Here comes Audrey. Outside to Charlie. Now to the corner, Dylan. Dylan goes inside. Dylan gets the block. 9.5 on the clock. Brienne only up by a bucket. Loose ball picked up by Dylan. Now Zoe running the floor. Should get an easy layup, and she does. Audrey found her. Running the floor. Lead is back to 4. 9:12 on the clock. Here comes Five Star. Trying to stay in this. That's another 3. That's in. Back-to-back threes. And number 22 of Five Star. We're under 9 now. Audrey for 3. That's off. Tipped there by, I'm going to say, went off of Five Star. So it's going to be 3 in ball. Kate checks back in the game for Zoe. 29-28 to score. 3 and up by a point. And Audrey, looks like Shelby to get it in. She does to Charlie. Charlie goes left, gets it to the top to Kate. Kate over to Audrey. Audrey shoots a 3, that's up and in. Big 3 for Audrey. Bennett to push the lead back to 4. 32-28, 8:40 on the clock. Here comes Five Star. Shelby guards on the outside. They just hit 3s from that spot, so got to keep an eye on number 22. Actually took a seat, so she's not even out. Shelby defends. Makes it difficult. Now Kate defends. They take it into Dylan, who has 4 fouls. He's only allowed 5, so Dylan had to stay straight up, and she did. But they squeeze the lead to 2. Here's Kate from the corner. That's off. Rebound Dylan. Dylan goes up and in. She's going to get to go to the free throw line. For that attempt, be up and under. So at the 8-minute mark, Dylan's trying to get her second. She got the first, just nailed it, snapped the net. She got them both. Big free throws here. We're under 8. Penetrating drive is defended there by Shelby. She got a piece of that. We should give Shelby the block for that. I think she got a piece of it. Checking back into the game is Zoe for Audrey. We're at the 7:50 mark. Only up by 4. Here comes Five Star for 3. They've been hitting them all day, but misses there, but they get the rebound, which has also been. That one, that was a great play by Double Zero. She did a fadeaway pivot against Zoe, who defended it well, but nice play by Double Zero to get the lead. Is only 2 now. The runner from Kate goes in to push the lead back to 4. 7.5 on the clock. This is going down to the wire, folks. Shelby guards on the outside. Blocked by Zoe. Gets it over to Charlie, who gets tripped. And they're going to finally call a foul on them for the same thing they've been calling us on all game. Kate, now Shelby tries to get inside. She finds Zoe at the free throw line. Zoe back to Charlie at the top. Back to Zoe. She turns and shoots, and it's going to be short. She gets her own rebound, throws it up, and finishes. Johnny on the spot, follows her shot, and puts it in to push the lead back to 4. We're under 7 here. Here comes Five Star, guarded by Shelby. She's going to shoot that. That's a 3. That's going to want that one back. Your sister can. The lead is 6. Dylan inside to Zoe uncovered, and that's just too easy. All day long. That's a big basket uncovered. You just can't have that, especially in a game that's been played so well by both times. Now, Dylan inside, trying not to get fouled. Get her last foul, and she doesn't there. She is really picking up some points here. Double Zero for Five Star is really producing. Now, Charlie inside to Zoe. Back out. That's a 3 for Shelby. That's off. Rebound, 5-star, who's only down 6. 5:50 on the clock. Here they come. 5-star penetrating up. That's a 3. Kicks it out. That's off. Thank God. But the rebound, of course, goes to 00, who misses. Finally, she's human. Zoe picks up the rebound quickly now. Tip. Keep battling, Zozo. You got it, Zoe. Gonna stay with 3N. 5:34 on the clock. Kate to inbound. 3N up by 6. Taking the seat is Shelby, coming back in now. Looks like it was Audrey and Kate. So Shelby. Kate dribbles, throws it with her right hand, not enough. Zoe grabs the rebound, kicks it out to Charlie. Charlie shows up a 3 and hits it. Assist Zoe, 3-pointer Charlie. Big 3-pointer. We can't call it a dagger 3 yet. It's still too close, and this team keep battling here. Nice back door layup for 5-star. Just a tick above 5 here. Audrey brings it up. Audrey penetrates, throws it up and in. Great basket by Audrey Bennett. Here comes 5-star. Defended there by Charlie and Kate, but the nice pass for the easy layup. The lead is 8. Charlie Knowles has it at the top. She got punched in the face. When they get punched in the face, is that clean? All right. Here goes Audrey. Charlie, after getting punched in the face, tipped out. That's ours. Right? Get a tampon for the nostril. 4:25 on the clock. Kate to inbound. All the way out to Charlie. She steps into a 3. That's up. That's off. Rebound. They're going to say it went off of Zoe's leg. So 5-star has it. 4:19 to go. 45-38 to score. Here we go. It's going to go down to the wire. 5-star penetrating up. Throws it up. Off. Rebound. Dylan. Dylan back to Audrey. Audrey brings it up. Over to Charlie. Charlie inside to Zoe. Zoe goes left. Kicks it out to Kate. Kate. Thought about a 3. Kicks it back to Zoe from the top. It's stolen there. And Audrey's going to pick up an easy foul for trying to grab the girl who got the steal. It's actually a good foul. We have some fouls to give. Shelby comes back into the game for Charlie. 3:57 on the clock. Inbounds from the scorer's table. 45-38. 3N up by 7. Five-star trying to squeeze this one out here. They've been hitting 3s, so we gotta respect the 3. They've been getting a lot of rebounds. Their big is on the bench right now, 00, so might want to take advantage of that. Using the handle there, but they stay with it and they're moving the ball around. There's a runner, is off. Rebound stays with 5-star. 5-star goes back inside. Defended well by Audrey. Now Zoe has it on the rebound, gives it back to Audrey. 3:10 on the clock. Shelby back to the top to Audrey, inside to Zoe. Back to Shelby. Back to Audrey. Back to Zoe inside. Zoe back to Audrey. Kate. Now they're throwing it around. And that's tipped. And another steal. Getting careless here. So 5-star giving themselves every chance here. And that's stolen by Audrey. Big steal there. Quickly now to Kate. Inside to Shelby. Shelby throws it up and in. Nice pass from Kate. And Shelby finishes strong at the 2:30 mark. The lead is 9. 5-star trying to not run out of gas here. And that is off, but the rebound defended well by Dylan. And the ball's on the ground. Zoe's scrambling with it. It's going to be a jump ball. 2:16 on the clock. Five-star inbound from under their basket, trying to get back into this game. They've been hanging around all game, hitting clutch shots, but they do have their big on the bench right now. They could probably use her right here. And that's a three. That's up. That's rebound. Zoe. Zoe finds Shelby on the outside. Shelby walks it across. Now, Audrey from the top to Charlie. Charlie walks it back, kills some clock. We're at 1:47. Zoe from the free throw line, back to Charlie. Corner Dylan. Dylan in front of Coach Pat. Timeout, Pat called a timeout. So we're going to take a timeout. 1:38 on the clock. Trying to finish this one in game two. 47-38 the score. From the timeout, Shelby the inbound from right by their bench. She gets it into Charlie. Charlie on the outside with 1:36 on the clock. Charlie looking to try to dribble around girls, and she gets bumped, and there's a foul by number 3 to stop the clock at 1:31. That is the 4th team foul for 5-star. Shelby the inbound right in front of the camera. Shelby gets it in out in the back court to Charlie. She gets it up. That's a reach. That's another foul on number 3. That's the 4th team foul. .127 on the clock. Shelby gets it in the back court again, this time to Audrey. Audrey has it. Can't see anything. Audrey beats it. Girl's trying to hit her. Gets it to Charlie on the outside. Now inside there's Zoe. Outside and backdoor cut. That's Shelby. She doesn't shoot it. She gets it back. That's going to go over and back. Turnover, 3 in, 1:09 on the clock. Stolen there by Audrey. Audrey picks up the loose ball, gets it over to Charlie. We're under a minute now. Coach Pat calling them to just burn some clock here. Zoe has it at the top. 50 seconds left. We're up by 9. Zoe goes right. Zoe gets it over to Shelby. Now Dylan in the corner. Dylan goes inside. She's going to do is take it in and lay it up. And this, she missed. But Dylan gets the rebound from her butt. That counts. That's a rebound from the butt. Is that like extra? 26 on the clock. Just running it out here. Keep it clean. And see, this is what I didn't want, right? Took it right in the gut. Audrey looks okay. They get it in with 20 seconds, Charlie, holding it at the top. And they get it tipped away, and it's on the ground. Jump ball. That's going to stay with 3 in, 10 seconds left. That should do it. And Shelby gets it in to Charlie. That's it. That's it. 38-47 is the final. Join us again for our third and final match tonight, 7:55. We play Bays Sports something. We'll get the final stats here just as soon as Mr. Eric can hand it off. Leading the way for 3N, Zoe with 14, followed by Charlie with 13. Audrey with 7, and Kate Weatherax with 7. Dylan at 4, and Shelby at 2. From the three-point range, Charlie led the way, 3 out of 8 from 3. Rebounds, Zoe had 12 rebounds. Followed by Dylan with 4, and Shelby with 3. Blocks, Zoe had 3 blocks, and Shelby had 2. Assists leading the way, we actually had a tie with Audrey and Kate, both had 4. That brought the total 47-38 the final. We go to 2-0. Let's try to make it 3-0 at 7:55 tonight. Thanks for joining us. We out.